I will send you a big kiss anytime. Oh, mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you very much. Beijinhos abrazos to you, Jackie. Right. Let's get straight then into this first news item. And you may have seen that the Bond franchise, is that what it's called when a film has been going for many years and it has a kind of life of its own. And the BBC are asking here, what will Amazon do with James Bond? Now, they've interestingly chosen Time to Die as maybe their comment. Is it the gold finger of Amazon? See what I did there? The closing credits of 2021's No Time to Die, the most recent film in the 007 series. Maybe that was a message from the Broccolis. Ended with a familiar message: James Bond will return. James Bond will return. Or James Bond will return. But for the last few years, fans haven't been so sure. A year after the release of Daniel Craig's final film in the franchise, there you go, Amazon bought the series' parent company, MGM. Since then, very little has happened. That finally changed on Thursday when Amazon announced a new deal that would see long-term Bond producers Barbara Broccoli, what a fantastic name, Cubby's daughter, I think, and Cubby and Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson step back and Jeff Bezos' company take full creative control. In the intervening years, it's been widely reported that there was tension between Amazon, who understandably wanted a return on their investment, and Wilson and Broccoli, whose top priority remained protecting the Bond brand. The news of the deal has been met with mixed reaction from 007 fans. Are you a 007 fan? Who do you think should be in that role? I can hear Doug Hughes muttering about this already. Rah! They're going to make it a black woman, aren't they? In the new Bond role, if it's left to Amazon. I'm thinking we have a spectrum of opinion, don't we? I guess you could think at one end, figuratively speaking, you've got Douglas Hughes and his worldview, and maybe Rebel Mama at the other end. Who do you think they would want in the James Bond role? Maybe Douglas Hughes would make a good Bond himself. And I think Rebel Mama would be fantastic. I wouldn't put her in the lead role, but I think she'd be a fantastic character in James Bond movies. Morning to you, Rebel Mama. Yes, please pass on my best regards. I think, Coach Tony, you'll be seeing her soon. So what do you think? Who should be the next James Bond? Or should they just let it... Should just let it go? Is it time to die? Is it best to just leave it as legendary or in legendary status rather than messing about with it too much? I think even the most open-minded, wokey liberal types might even be saying, just leave it. Just leave it. We've got enough problems at the moment. We are in Da Nang. So that's a bit different from being in denial. I think you've been in Egypt previously, haven't you, in denial? But now you're in Da Nang, which I believe is a place rather than a kind of state of mind, although it does sound like it. That sounds fab. Was it a chilled one? We know what she means. There's only two Bonds. You'll never get another Sean Connery or Roger, what's his name? Blimey. Roger, who doesn't like to Roger Moore? Green tea, little mocha. Oh, very nice. Mocha cakes, passion fruit panna cotta. Oh, and little ham sandwiches. Off to the 28th floor for a swim. I don't think I'd want to be swimming behind you after that medley. And I'm not talking about a swimming medley. I'm talking about your dietary choices there. Could be explosive in the pool. Might be an impromptu jacuzzi there, Peter Bleach. Anyway, I hope you're having a great time. Thank you for popping in. Very good of you. How about a picture? Come on, send us a picture. Right, that's the James Bond business right there. What will Amazon do with James Bond is the BBC's question. Let's go to our Portuguese news story then this morning. And this is I'm saying buy, B-U-Y, not B-Y-E. Don't say goodbye to Portuguese products. Make sure you invest in the Portuguese companies who I think are getting together to remind us that we've got so many wonderful things in this country that can be bought here without having to buy the flood of cheap imports, the invasion, the economic invasion, if I may use emotive language this morning. Right, please value what is ours is the headline. Portugal, on the all-new Portugal resident website here, which I really like. I do like this. Well, so many companies and platforms are offering dark mode at the moment. Here we are in a beautiful, light and bright scenario here. Portugal's businesses think outside the box then. This was published yesterday by the resident. And it's reporting from, where have they put the byline now on these? Oh, that's moved. I can't see that. Maybe you can. I can't at the moment. Portugal's entrepreneurs appeal to citizens to value our brands. Portugal's entrepreneurs have sent out an appeal to the government and all Portuguese people. All Portuguese people, if we can have your attention for just a moment, please. Please value what is ours. It's an appeal that also targets the European Union. The EU are in the crosshairs. The EU and the EC, no less. The Commission, hoping to persuade Brussels to look at rules and regulations with a new eye. That sounds like a Bond movie. That the bloc is suddenly assailed from all sides. Oh, now that the bloc is suddenly assailed from all sides in this talk of tariffs, I guess. National businesses have always been threatened by cheap imports. Let's tariff them from territories free of Europe's myriad controls. That's interesting, isn't it? But the latest developments. So, yes, free movement of other people's goods from outside the bloc as well, it would appear. But the latest developments from the other side of the Atlantic, can't even say it anymore, have prompted the call to truly ring in some changes. At least that is the message coming from one of the world's largest trade fairs for household goods recently held in Frankfurt. Espresso travelled to the Ambient Fair. I'll go, said the journalist. Sounds like fun. Weekend in Frankfurt as the guest of Leria Business Association, NERLEI. Nearly. Donald Trump may be waging a trade war. Germany may be in crisis, but producers in Portugal are still very much in business and thinking on their feet, if not outside the box. Our eyes have a serious tendency to look more at what isn't ours. It's essential to change this so that we can value what we do, produce more wealth, and thus have a bigger cake to distribute to everyone. I think that's a great idea. Rui Pereira of Atam, a metal kitchenware factory in Baguium de Mont, Gondomar, tells the paper. It's a mindset echoed by many of the other exhibitors at the event, most of whom have been in business through thick and thin and understand the importance of strategies. Well said. Very good. Ana Luisa Roque, CEO of Porcela Porcelain Company in Oliveira de Bairro, not far from where Andy used to be, right? With 110 workers and sales of 4.5 million a year, 97% of which are abroad, told Expresso, here's a familiar thing, we need less bureaucracy. It is essential that the European Commission's demands don't weigh down our industry because that distorts competition. So there you go. Very nicely done. With obligatory Barcelos cockerel, if you're up against the deadline and you're writing a Portuguese article, slam one of those in if you can't find a picture. And there's loads more there. You might want to see that for yourself. I'm trying to find out who wrote that. So where do we find out these days who wrote the article there? I'm not sure. Can't see. I suspect it might be Natasha Don writing that there. But great. Yes, buy Portuguese. We should do that. And on that note, I see that I can see a coach out and about. So, yes, I think that's going to work, your outdoor location there, with a scarf on. So I must do the weather later on. A little bit chilly in Coimbra by the look of it. Okay, so talking of cheap imports, we have something here. Oh, morning to you, Mike, as well. How you doing, Mike and Karen in Miranda? And Diane just had a dress handmade. Why don't you get one too as well, Pete? In an hour for less than 15 euros. You could probably get measured before you get into the pool, and you can have it ready for you to step into as you get out of the pool, just like James Bond, Pete. Can see you now swimming along there. Dang, 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 dang. Right. Where was I going with all of that? I know, talking of cheap imports, a chap called Nicholas who reached out to me. I think I might be meeting for a coffee today as well. He's in the country. And just like most of us, I think, when we arrive here, fascinated by the phenomenon of the Chinese shop, the chingados, as I call it.
I mean, one of these kind of crazy Chinese shops that you get a lot in Portugal that just stock absolutely everything. This is a huge, it's like you're inside the Amazon warehouse. At least that's how it is. This is the pet section. This is just a little town somewhere, nowhere really. I just love these shops. It just goes on and on. It's like a dream or something for me. Look, this is the art section. Gardening, in case you need a rake. Bird food. Just goes on and on. That's very useful, probably. Some fish things to put in the fish tank. Brilliant. Or perhaps you need a torch. Or perhaps you need a light bulb. Or perhaps you need some material. Or a tiny light bulb. So for this brilliant shop I've just been in, sold everything, I got really good winnings. This Bluetooth headphones so I can make calls in the car, well done, €17. This charger for my phone, well done, €3. Some cheese, can't remember, €2, brilliant. Healthy fruits, well done, €1. And a winning #1 medal, I think it was €1. I treated myself because I think it's easier. I feel like I deserve it, and it's easier to just buy one than win it. It's fine, it's fine.
There you go, Coach. We'll talk to Coach about that on buying medals instead of winning them. I mean, when they're €1. Thanks, Nicholas. Perhaps bump into you later for a coffee in San Martino de Porto. But yes, do you remember the first time you went into a Chinese shop and had the same sort of experience as Nicholas there? And what did you buy? And more importantly, is it still working? I doubt it. I doubt it. It's not. You don't go there for quality and longevity of products. It's all right for a quick fix, isn't it? Roll of gaffer tape, maybe, and a gold medal. But I wonder how long that's going to last there. Right, let's have a look at that weather because Coach is looking a bit chilly. And find out what's going on over on our weather page. Let me bring that onto the screen and see what the weather's looking like for this weekend, and if it's going to be a bon fin de semana weather-wise this weekend. Right, we'll get an on-the-spot report from Coach as well in Coimbra in just a moment. So let's go to the Spartan FX weather and see what's happening. Oh, okay, so not a lot. I can just say cloud with a very okay. Oh, actually, Sunday's looking good in various parts of the country for full sun, if not flashes of sunshine. Now, I've got to say, it was a sunny day in part. Maybe when there's a sun icon here, that means like a largely sunny day, the sort I love. And well, not too hot. No, not too hot. But Sunday's looking like a good day for a rise in temperatures and a little bit of sunshine and cloud, a combo, a mixture. And 16 degrees the high in Lisbon then on Sunday. Currently 14 with broken clouds. Porto, cloudy this weekend. It's currently 15. It's mild, isn't it? Bit of light rain, however, in Porto. We need it. Before anyone else says it, I'll say it. Coimbra, 15 degrees overcast with clouds. Let's find out if that's actually true in just a moment. Sunday, a little bit of sunshine as well there. Coach Taylor may well have moved on to another part of Portugal by then. In the south, Faro, 15 at the moment with broken clouds and a little bit of sun on Sunday, 16 degrees the high then. Braga is 13 at the moment, overcast with clouds, 16 degrees on Sunday, cloudy, however. And the sunspots are going to be Bragança on Sunday, Beja on Sunday too. A lovely video from Neil. I must get to the Alentejo again soon. Beautiful video I saw online from our friend Neil. Used to see a lot more of Neil back in the day with the Wine Ninjas, but a beautiful video of his. And I just thought to myself, do you see parts, pictures and videos of Portugal? I must get back over there. Alentejo for sure. Evra, Sunday will be sunny, 16 degrees there. Currently 8 though at the moment. And you're going to have a bit of sunshine here in Leiria. Fantastic. So looking forward to that. We were out in the garden yesterday, actually. It was mild enough and lovely enough to be in the garden. Do a bit of tidying up yesterday. I think that shallot, that's your little onion, as it were, for sunny weather. Let's just go to the autonomous regions. Açores is going to be, well, it's going to be a cloudy weekend. Same with Madeira. But in the Azores at the moment, 15 degrees. I don't know how you get an average there with so many islands. But anyway, on Madeira, 5 degrees, a mere 5 degrees with scattered clouds, rising, however, to 16 degrees today. So there you go. That's your weather here on Good Morning Portugal. Spring is slowly overcoming winter. It just does feel like that, doesn't it? Another month or so, we'll be in it. And João Ernesto de Norte, Bom dia, Portugal. Yes, fantastic to see you, John, as well. And the earlier message from James. It's Friday. Expect another video from the old guy in Europe. We've got a digital creators group now. If you want to make videos and you want to help others do the same and help with motivation. I mean, that's the main thing, I think, when it comes to having your own YouTube channel or a podcast, is doing it and getting on with it and keeping on doing it, rinse and repeat. And if you want a bit of help, then how about, oh yeah, sorry about that. The video was a little bit dizzy making, wasn't it? Yeah, if you want to join our digital creators group, just drop me a line, 913-590-303. Dan's here this morning as well. A visit to the Chinese shop. That's where the French Olympic organisers got their, Paris got their medals in there. That's an amazing bargain.